Hi, lovely souls. It's so wonderful to connect with you for another Wild Woman Energy forecast. And it's already April, and it feels like the past 3 months were quite long and very inward focused, very slow in a way. And you might have caught yourself feeling a bit impatient, like I have. But on the other hand, it was a beautiful opportunity for us to reconnect with ourselves and with our womb and our divine feminine aspects and learn more about our cycles, the cycles of Mother Earth, um, and reconnect with the wisdom of nature and of our bodies and the divine feminine that's coming in. So even if there was not much happening on the outside, you might have experienced beautiful inner shifts and revelations. And if you haven't, don't worry. You can always start to tap into these fields and integrate this more into your life. Um, yeah, so just a quick welcome message to anyone who's new, who's watching this. My name is Deborah. I'm very happy that you found me and are here. I'm an intuitive channel and healer and modern priestess and working as a channel for the divine feminine. So that's part of my mission, sharing more and anchoring that more. And yeah, let's dive into this month's energies. I received a written forecast a few days ago that I will put onto my blog that you can read, and I have summarized what came through and will be explaining that. And then I will also take a look at what came through in the 2021 forecast that I recorded in December, because I feel like certain themes are getting more strong and it's good to revisit and have this in the front of our minds kind of. So the biggest theme now is expansion. So you might have felt the shift already with the equinox, and we're moving into an expansion, and I feel like tomorrow with the 4/4 portal it's really going to open up. So you might want to take a moment to connect with this portal and with the unlimited possibilities and stepping through into the new and releasing the old. You can even visualize yourself taking off old garments, stepping through the threshold into the new. And just pay attention to what your body tells you, how it feels to step into this new space, a new timeline. So let that sink in and know that your higher self and soul are supporting you and working with you. So the information that came through was that the past 3 months were like this gestation period where we were invited to drop down into Mother Earth and kind of cozy ourselves up there and nourish ourselves and take care of ourselves and nourish our visions and the seeds that we wanted to plant. And now it's like we're the seed and we're already starting to sprout and to move up through the soil and pressing through the soil. And this might feel very uncomfortable at the moment. So I was told that these can show up as growing pains, like feeling like you want to start something, but like it's not go time fully yet. So trust that. Don't force yourself, don't push yourself. In the March energy forecast, we were told that we need to trust our own pace, and then we will bloom into what we came here to be without having to hustle or push ourselves. So it's really kind of handing it over to our divine feminine energy, because she knows how to flow with the uncertainty at the moment and with the not knowing. And I will talk about this a little later with the yearly themes. What they also said is there might not be clear guidance yet. That's okay. You're not the only one not receiving very clear steps. This is another major theme for the year, that we are invited to deepen our trust into our own guidance. So, and also into not knowing but feeling our ways forward. But what they invited us to do is to see the beauty in our own unique journeys. So, yeah, I invite you to see the beauty in your unique journey and to remember that on a soul level, you created this for you. So there's so much beauty and such a big divine plan involved. And I know it can be so challenging at times that it's hard to see the beauty in it all or the blessings, but it can really help to switch this perspective and to remember that we came for this. That might be really helpful. And to celebrate your accomplishments and the special encounters and the little signs along the way, because that really also shifts the energy and strengthens the connection with your divine guidance. And bask in the beauty of life and what you enjoy doing. So, really allow lots of time and space for things that light you up, like being with people whose presence you enjoy, doing creative stuff that lights you up, spending time in nature with pets. Yeah, you know, you know the drill by now, I think. um, Then another important point is that our minds might have a hard time with this transition at the moment, because there is not much clear guidance and not, yeah, a lot of uncertainty. And it's okay if our minds don't understand. They don't have to. So that might bring some relief. What it's really about is cultivating trust in the currents of your own flow, and to become aware when you maybe contract, when there's fear coming up that's closing you down and stopping you from trusting and from moving forward. So when you feel contracted or disconnected, then it's always a good idea to breathe with that and observe it and give it some space, and to see why it's there and how you can support yourself to either integrate it or release it or move past it with love and compassion for yourself and without pushing. So each of you will have different ways and different tools to do this. But feelings of contraction are kind of a signpost that there's something to look at. That's the main message here. And what's really helpful is to always, especially when you have a hard time knowing what to do or how to move forward, to connect with your womb, because your womb is the center of your divine feminine intuition. So she knows how to flow with this uncertainty and how to surrender. And it's also supporting you to anchor yourself in your physical body. and to feel really present and connected with your body and also with Mother Earth. So the more you make this a conscious practice to connect with your heart, and then from your heart to your womb, and then down into Mother Earth, the easier it will support you and anchor you down and anchor you into this new timeline as well, where the Divine Feminine is kind of teaching us how things are working here. So I think that's the main idea, what we're doing this year and for the coming years. And so my guides have kind of nudged me to look back at what messages came through for 2021. And it's kind of interesting to see because the first 3 months were quite quiet and slow. But one of the big topics for 2021 is free self-expression. And I feel like that's been showing up very strongly in my own life. And I think it's a key aspect for so many women at the moment, to feeling this strong need and urge and yearning to be able to express their true selves. And it can feel like so much hard work at times, but I also feel like we're really getting very close to it. We've done so much deep inner healing work, that the invitation is to allow ourselves to expand and at the same time stay connected with our womb and tap into these deep, deep longings that are stored safely in our wombs of what we truly long for. And I feel like these are often very things that feel like they are personal, like we're longing for intimacy and connection and love. And this can show up as friction in close relationships when we don't get what we long for. But this is also a big collective wound that so many of us are feeling and working with and doing healing work around. So it's kind of a reminder that you're not only doing this for yourself, but we're all doing this together. And it's a reminder that you're very close to getting to where you want to be, that at the moment, the focus point is to connect from your heart into your womb whenever you feel like there are some projections coming up, where you feel like you don't get what you want and need from someone else. It's not about pulling back and not connecting with anyone for getting your needs met, but it's about getting clear on what it is that you really long for. Because I noticed in myself that sometimes I feel like I'm not getting what I want, but when you would ask me, it's not easy to even put it into words. And then it's not really fair to expect someone else to give myself what I can't even put into words. So in these cases, it's necessary and helpful to connect with these desires that we hold deep inside and that we sometimes hide from ourselves because we feel like we can't get them met anyway, or it would be too outrageous to ask for that. But I feel there's a really big invitation for us to make space for these longings and desires to come up, And I'm feeling something moving through my throat as I'm talking about this, so that's interesting to notice. As healing on the womb is often connected also to our ability to express. And I'm talking about free self expression, so it's all fitting together, that there's some energy moving. Okay, let's see what I wrote down. Yeah, exactly. Drop into our womb so that we are clear on what we long for, and then we can connect and ask for what we need. It makes things a lot clearer if we can come from a space where we are connected to ourselves and know what we want and need, and then can ask for it. And it may take some time for you to be able to fully understand what your womb is trying to tell you, or what desires are stored deep, deep down in your heart and in your womb. And that's okay. Allow yourself as much time as you need and as much love and compassion as you need. And allowing some time and space here as well for this information to land, and simply some expansion in your energy. Okay, and this topic of free self-expression is in itself a strong longing and desire that many of us feel. So it also makes sense to connect with the parts of you that really long to express themselves, and to see how they would feel safe to express themselves. Because first you might want to do some art or journaling or dancing or body movements, and do it privately for yourself, some explorations. And then at some point it might feel like it's time to express yourself in front of other people and share more of yourself. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that there's no pressure and no specific goals. Whatever feels right for you, trust your own pace and trust what feels right and safe for you. Because I'd say for me that that's always important, to create spaces where I feel safe, and then can stretch my comfort zone in ways that feel good, but without any pressure. Okay, and then another thing is trust and courage. So that was a topic mentioned for 2021 as well, that we will be asked to yeah, to tap into our courage and our strength, because we won't know exactly where we're going, but we will be asked to take steps forward. So we will need to trust our own guidance and our own intuition. And that's the learning curve at the moment for us, I feel, to keep moving forward, even if we feel like there's fog in front of us. But the path, at least for the next one or two steps, will show up. So that's how we are going to move forward, at least till the summer. But I feel this is a theme maybe even longer than this year. But we'll take it. As I'm saying, we don't get a lot of information far ahead. So that's where we're at the moment, taking it one step at a time and cultivating trust in our knowing. And the more we can consciously do that and see that, okay, I wasn't sure if this will work out, but I trusted myself. And now I see that it was the right step. So the more we can do this and consciously acknowledge it, the safer we will feel and the deeper the trust will be. So it keeps on building. And yeah, it's really not a time for planning, but it's about feeling our way forward. So it's really the divine feminine leading us forward and trusting this connection and trusting our divine feminine energy that she's got this. And yeah, our longings also show us the way. So it's all kind of coming together. And another theme for 2021, the last one I want to mention today, is the merging of our gifts. So that was also mentioned in the April forecast, that there will be an acceleration of energy coming in that will also support the opening or activation of more of our gifts and bringing them together. So we have acquired lots of different gifts from past lives, and also in this life, many of us have had lots of different jobs and been in many different countries, and all of these experiences make us who we are today. And all of this can flow together and birth something new. And I've been holding space for my own gifts and knowledge to kind of merge and come together for the past couple of months since I've received this information. And I'm seeing it really play out at the moment and making things more clear for myself. And I feel like this is such an important information because often we feel like we need to focus on one thing, but it might be a game changer for you to open up and allow everything to be here and then show you the way where your focus is best put. So yeah, just giving this piece of information in as well. Let's take a deep breath and let all of this information integrate and settle. So thank you so much for being here. I feel like my seeds are getting very close to bursting out of the soil. So I invite you to stay tuned for some exciting news that I'll be sharing at some point in this month, maybe even next week already. And yeah, have a beautiful, expansive April. Thank you so much for showing up and deepening into these very new, very new and also very beautiful and gentle energies that are carrying us forward. And I look forward to seeing you at the latest for the next energy forecast in May. But I'm planning to release one or two recorded meditations in April. And yeah, and I will be sharing more about my emerging seeds. So stay tuned and take good care of yourself. Thank you and bye.